Who came up with the theory of defense mechanisms in psychoanalytic personality theory? A. Carl Rogers, B. B.F. Skinner, C. Sigmund Freud, D. Abraham Maslow. And the correct answer is C. Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud came up with the theory of defense mechanisms in psychoanalytic personality theory. What is the defense mechanism where a person attributes their own undesirable traits to others? A. Projection, B. Denial, C. Regression, D. Rationalization. And the correct answer is A. Projection. Projection is a defense mechanism where individuals attribute their own unwanted feelings, thoughts, or traits onto someone else. For example, someone who is feeling jealous might accuse others of being jealous of them. This allows them to avoid acknowledging their own uncomfortable emotions. It's a way of projecting their inner conflict onto external situations or people. This defense mechanism can help protect their self-esteem and reduce anxiety about facing their own feelings. Which defense mechanism involves reverting to behaviors of an earlier developmental stage? A. Displacement, B. Sublimation, C. Regression, D. Reaction formation. And the correct answer is C. Regression. Regression is a defense mechanism where a person reverts to behaving in a more childlike or immature way when faced with stress or difficulty. For example, an adult might start throwing a temper tantrum when they are overwhelmed by a situation. This behavior is a way to cope with stress by returning to a simpler and more familiar state. It's like seeking comfort in behaviors from an earlier stage of development. When a person channels their unacceptable impulses into socially acceptable activities, it's known as A. Repression, B. Displacement, C. Sublimation, D. Rationalization. And the correct answer is C. Sublimation. Sublimation is a defense mechanism in which you turn your bad feelings into good actions, like drawing art or playing sports. For example, if you are angry, you might paint a picture to feel better instead of shouting. Which defense mechanism is characterized by expressing the opposite of one's true feelings? A. Regression, B. Reaction formation, C. Rationalization, D. Sublimation. And the correct answer is B. Reaction formation. Reaction formation is when someone acts opposite to their true feelings. It's like pretending. For example, if you secretly like a girl, you might tease her to hide your feelings. It's like wearing a mask, showing the opposite of what you really feel. People use it to protect themselves from uncomfortable emotions. Which defense mechanism involves channeling negative emotions towards a safer target instead of the true source of the stress? A. Sublimation, B. Displacement, C. Rationalization, D. Regression. And the correct answer is B. Displacement. Displacement is when we put our feelings on something or someone else. Like if you are angry at your friend but can't say it, you might kick a ball really hard instead. It's like moving your anger to something safe. For example, if you are upset because you didn't get the toy you wanted, you might yell at your little brother instead. Or if you are scared of a big test, you might get super cranky with your parents. It's a way to handle strong feelings without hurting yourself or others. So remember, it's okay to feel, but sometimes we need to find better ways to show it. Which defense mechanism involves creating logical excuses for one's behavior rather than acknowledging the real reasons? A. Projection. B. Rationalization. C. Repression. D. Reaction formation. And the correct answer is B. Rationalization. Rationalization is when we make up reasons to explain something we did even if they are not true. For example, if we break a toy and say the dog did it, that's rationalization. Another example is if we don't do our homework and say we were too tired even if we weren't, that's also rationalization. And sometimes when we want something we can't have, we might say we didn't want it anyway. That's another way we use rationalization. What defense mechanism involves forgetting or blocking out painful memories from consciousness? A. Suppression. B. Repression. C. Reaction formation. D. Denial. And the correct answer is B. Repression. Repression is when your brain hides thoughts that make you uncomfortable, like a secret suitcase. For example, if you saw a scary movie but forgot it, that's repression. Or if you can't remember something bad that happened, it might be your brain protecting you. Imagine your brain as a superhero protecting you from scary thoughts. It's like hiding a dangerous monster away from you in the basement so that you can feel safe. But sometimes these hidden thoughts can come back later, like a surprise you forgot about. So it's important to talk about your feelings with trusted grown-ups to help you feel better. In which of the following defense mechanisms does an individual act much younger than their age as a way of coping with stress or anxiety? A. Repression. B. Displacement. C. Reaction formation. D. Age regression. And the correct answer is D. Age regression. Age regression is when you act younger to cope with stress, like going back to a childlike state. It's like feeling smaller when things are hard. For example, when you are scared, you might suck your thumb like a baby or cry for comfort. If you are stressed, you could start using baby words or rely on your parents like you did when you were younger. Age regression helps you feel safe when things get difficult. But remember, it's important to find healthy ways to deal with stress as you grow up. Which of the following is not a defense mechanism? A. Projection. B. Rationalization. C. Suppression. D. Introspection. And the correct answer is D. Introspection. Introspection is not a defense mechanism. It's a cognitive process where a person examines their own thoughts, feelings, and inner experiences. It involves self reflection and self awareness, allowing individuals to gain insight into their emotions and motivations. In contrast, defense mechanisms are psychological strategies that people unconsciously use to protect themselves from anxiety or emotional distress by distorting reality or suppressing certain thoughts and feelings. Introspection, on the other hand, is a conscious and deliberate process of self examination rather than a defense mechanism. According to psychoanalytic theory, defense mechanisms are considered to be A. Normal, B. Abnormal, C. Immature, D. Pathological. And the correct answer is A. Normal. In psychoanalytic theory, defense mechanisms are considered normal because they are common ways that people naturally cope with challenging or distressing thoughts and feelings. These mechanisms help individuals manage anxiety and maintain psychological stability. While some defense mechanisms might be unconscious and distort reality to some extent, they are viewed as normal because they are part of how the human psyche naturally functions to handle emotional conflicts and stressors. However, excessive or rigid use of these mechanisms can lead to psychological issues, and therapy aims to help individuals understand and adapt their use of defense mechanisms for healthier coping. Which defense mechanism involves consciously pushing unwanted thoughts, feelings, or memories out of conscious awareness? A. Repression. B. Projection. C. Rationalization. D. Suppression. And the correct answer is D. Suppression. Suppression is when we push away our feelings or thoughts to deal with them later. It's like keeping them in a mental box for a while. For example, if you feel angry but can't show it, that's suppression. Or if you are sad but pretend to be happy, that's also suppression. When you have a scary thought but try to forget it, that's another way of suppressing your feelings. Imagine if you are angry at your friend but don't want to start a fight, so you keep quiet. That's suppressing your anger. Or when you are sad about something but smile to not make others worry, that's suppressing sadness. And if you have a scary dream but try to forget it, that's suppressing your thoughts. Which defense mechanism involves dealing with emotional issues by focusing on logical and rational aspects while avoiding the emotional content? A. Repression. B. Intellectualization. C. Projection. D. Reaction formation. And the correct answer is B. Intellectualization. Intellectualization is when people think about their feelings instead of feeling them directly. For example, if someone feels sad, they might analyze why they are sad instead of just crying. It's like using your brain to understand emotions. This helps some people cope with strong feelings. Imagine if you fail your exam, instead of becoming sad, you might think, I will study more next time. Or if your friend cancels plans, you might say they must be busy instead of feeling hurt. It's like a shield for emotions. But it's important to feel emotions too. Which defense mechanism involves separating conflicting thoughts, emotions, or experiences into distinct mental compartments to reduce emotional distress? A. Projection. B. Rationalization. C. Compartmentalization. D. Regression. And the correct answer is C. Compartmentalization. Compartmentalization is when we keep our feelings or thoughts in separate boxes in our mind. For example, if we are sad at school but happy at home, that's compartmentalization. It's like keeping different parts of our life separate. Sometimes we use it to handle tough situations, like focusing on schoolwork even when we are worried about something else. Another example is pretending to be brave when we are scared. But it's important to talk about our feelings too. Imagine it's like having different boxes in your mind for different emotions. But don't forget to open those boxes and share your feelings with someone you trust. The book The Ego and the Mechanisms of Defense, which focuses on defense mechanisms, was written by A. Sigmund Freud, B. Carl Jung, C. Abraham Maslow, D. Anna Freud. And the correct answer is Drop your answers in the comment section below. For downloading PDF content and for latest updates, follow our Telegram channel. I have given the link in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.